Hey everybody, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, coming to you from somewhat sunny western Pennsylvania. Today is Sunday. I believe it's May the 29th. In any case, it's the day before Monday, Memorial Day. So I think it's May 29th. But in any event, I'm out here in the field, actually running the tedder over some hay. Now I'm on our farm, but I don't know whether to say this is my hay or not, because I'm actually tedding this hay from my friend Cory. As I explained in the past, whenever I plant oats, and I believe I actually did a video on planting oats on this field last year. When I plant oats, I usually underseed it with clover and timothy seed, and in that way the following year it comes up as clover, which is what you're seeing in this field right now. And then for whatever years it's still in hay after that, usually it's predominantly timothy. The problem is, you know, my hay that I small square bale goes to people with horses. That's my market, and they don't want clover. I mean, they love the timothy that I raise, and you know, the way that I dry it and bale it, but the clover they don't want, I think primarily because of the dust. It bothers the horses. So I don't have really a market for my clover that way. So since Cory started raising beef cattle a few years ago, then he usually buys this from me out of the field. He mows it, you know, and he rakes it, and he round bales it, and then just pays me for the hay itself based on the number of round bales. And usually, you know, as you know from past videos, Cory's one of my best friends, and in the last few years we've really started to do a lot together in terms of the farm and helping each other out. And usually not a lot of money exchanges hands, because we usually try to trade, whether it's helping each other or, you know, he buys hay from me, he buys corn from me, he's buying almost all of my oats now, you know, I get among other things, I get buy my beef from him. So we usually, you know, and we usually try to trade around so that not a lot of money changes hands. And the reason that I'm tedding this hay for him is because he mowed this field, well, actually 3 fields of clover, about 12 acres. He mowed this Friday evening, you know, right before it got dark. And he wants to bale it tomorrow, Monday, which is Memorial Day. And yesterday, Saturday morning, he and his wife and his boys left for camp. And which I think he really needed the rest, because he has an off-the-farm job and works midnight shift, and then he farms during the day and tries to catch a few hours of sleep here and there. And, you know, literally some days he'll go, or some weeks he'll go 2-3 days without sleep. And he told me they were going away Saturday, but he was going to talk to his wife about trying to come home on Sunday, the very next day, so that he could run the tedder over this. And I said, Cory, I said, you need a break. I said, I'll ted your hay for you, that's not a problem. So it'd only take me a couple hours. So that's what I'm doing out here today. So I'm using my, as you can see, my Oliver Super 88. I have it out here because it hasn't really done anything all winter since late last summer or early fall, when I raked some hay for my other neighbor with it. So I thought I'd get it out and stretch its legs. I also wanted to make sure everything's working right, because I don't know if this will be a spoiler alert, but in about 2 weeks there are, I don't know, several of us, 7 or 8 of us, that are planning to do an Oliver tractor ride. You know, kind of like what Ross the Oliver Man filmed, I think it was at the end of last summer, out in his area. We don't have an Oliver club, but there are a number of us that have Olivers and like them, and so we just plan, I think it's going to be June the 11th, just to do an Oliver tractor ride, and then have some pizza and beverages and good conversation or bullshitting afterwards. But in any event, I'm going to let Cory run this tractor because Cory wants to be part of it, but he doesn't have any Olivers, so I'm going to let him run this Super 88, and I'll probably take my 66, and so I want to make sure that everything's working right for him. So I'm using this today, and I'm using my Kuhn tedder. And let's see the model number. It is a I don't know if you can see it, it's a GF22. I bought this tedder brand new. It's one of the last brand new pieces of equipment that I bought. I mean, I've bought equipment since, but it's always been used. But this, I got a really good deal on. It was a leftover, and I think Kuhn is a quality brand. Although now I believe they're combined with Kraus, I think. But in any event, this is my tedder. This is what I'm using to ted his hay with. I really like this tedder. The only thing that I don't like is that the gearbox is not in the center of the machine. The gearbox, in my opinion, should be over here, directly in the middle, but it's over here. The problem with that is if I have the drawbar in the middle, and if I'm going counterclockwise or going clockwise around the field, basically it puts this PTO shaft in the shape of a Z, which I don't like. So as you can see, what I've done, and this is one of the nice things about having the hillside hitch, which I installed this last winter, is I moved the drawbar all the way over to the right, which puts the PTO shaft in a straight line from the tractor back to the gearbox here, and that way it doesn't put you know, such a bend in it. Okay, and that works a lot better for me. So and for those of you that don't know, the reason why you run a tedder over hay is to help it dry faster. In order to bale it the way we do it here, it does need to be dry. He's not making silage, brown bales or anything. This is hay that was not tedded, and if you look at it, you know, you can see that it's in here, that it's kind of crispy on top, but it's really green underneath. Okay, so by running that tedder over it, those we call them stars, they rotate and they fluff the hay up. So you know, here's a hay, some hay that was not tedded, and here's some hay that was, and you can see that it looks a lot greener because the green hay's underneath, and it helps to bring that up to the top. So hopefully by doing this, and we get a little more sun today, Cory will be able to bale this hay tomorrow. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get this camera set up on the tractor, and you know, we'll show a little video of running the tedder. right, well, I think that should pretty much give you the idea of what's going on here today. It'll just take me another, I don't know, probably 20-25 minutes to finish this field, and then I'll have all 3 of the fields, all 12 acres, all tedded for him, and hopefully it'll be ready for tomorrow. This is the way we like to do things around here. You know, farming for us is not a competition. It's something, you know, that we all love, and you know, we try to help each other out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. If you have subscribed already, I appreciate that very much. Don't forget to leave me a comment or ask a question. I do try to respond to all the questions and comments. So that's it for today. And for now, this is Charlie, the Pennsylvania grain farmer, saying, see you next time.